I had something on my mind, and I was doing a little research on it today, and I'm looking at the Morgan Freeman. How we always said he was like the master vampire because he always looks the
Yes.
same, like even
Yes.
going back to the Electric Company.
Yeah.
Um, and so I'm looking at these. I typed in Morgan Freeman on Bing Images, and there's like a bunch of. I guess he was played a vampire back in the Electric Company,
Oh, sure, sure.
which is where we got our. He's the master vampire, which is a phrase from like Lost Boys. Like the
I
master vampire is like the master vampire of like the brood of like a nest of vampires or something.
Oh yeah.
But the reason I bring it up is because for some weird reason for the last few days I keep thinking of Kid Ray from Lean on Me. And he's like the guy with the mustache. He always wore the cardigans, and he's leaving the school.
Yeah.
And Mr.
Yeah.
Clark, the
Yeah. He.
principal, is like, "You'll be dead within a year. Do you hear me? You'll be dead within a
Yeah.
year."
Sure. Sure.
I
Sure.
was, I was thinking of doing like a Kid Ray, and then a picture of him, and underneath is like, like 1975 to like 1987. He was dead within a year of the release of the movie, or something to that effect, or like only like 40 million people would get the joke.
God, maybe. I'm not a statistician, but I think that sucks whenever there's like something really funny that you realize about something that's like 25 years old.
Right.
Like it was like the security guard with the twin in that 2012 movie.
Which which 2012 movie?
You remember the 2012 movie, and then there was like the security guard was like stopping the people from getting onto the ark, and like the ark, the doors close on the ark.
Right. The movie about global warming and John Cusack.
Yeah,
What was the
yeah.
name of that movie? It was like
I thought it was called 2012.
was it? Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
it was,
for
or something like that. Yeah.
it was yeah, it's called 2012 because at the time the Mayans had predicted that the world was going to end in 2012.
Well, their calendar like rolled over basically.
Right. Yeah, who knows?
Is my
Like
guess.
2012 could be like in 3 years from now as of the calendars and whatever. But
Sure, sure.
so well, first of all, I love the movie. If you haven't seen it, like there's some crazy scenes in there. But there's so
the
yeah,
movie
so
knows what it is and it goes for
spoiler
it.
alert, right? Spoiler alert.
Sure, sure.
Spoiler alert. The there's basically this huge structure, and John Cusack is arguing with a black security guard, and then it cuts to the scene on the bridge of the giant structure, which is like probably like the equivalent of like a mile away from like where this discussion was taking place with John Cusack and the security guard, and the black security guard is on the deck of the bridge.
Yeah, he's standing kind of
Right, they needed like an extra body there in the scene.
he's not even like in the background. He's like in the midground.
Right.
He's just slightly out of focus. You know.
And if I don't know, like maybe I'll track that down and stick it into this just so people can understand. But it was just
Yeah.
like, oh my god, it was.
Yeah, that.
I mean, it's one thing to like, like oh, there's a can of Coke in the background of this Western movie. It's nothing to have like the same man in two different scenes. Like, I mean, the editing on that was just bad. Yeah, and like the setup and everything for that. I mean, like immediately we were saying like, oh, we should put that on YouTube, but it's like, come on, that's a lot. That's like a lot of work to get like a chuckle out of somebody. Maybe like I don't know. In the long run, maybe 3,000 people will see it over the course of like 20 years of YouTube's existence.